This is one of those times where I'm asking myself, what would any sane, normal person do? So I can go and do the exact opposite. Because I had the opportunity to go somewhere that most powerlifters only get to dream of, and I wasn't going to let 6 hours of driving get in the way of that. So with the smell of fresh murder in the air on this Chicago morning, I quickly scurried my little Canadian bottom to the parking garage, which, unbeknownst to me, was locked up between the hours of 11 p.m. and 6 a.m. I proceeded to argue with the parking attendant for about 10 minutes, trying to woefully convince her that Dirty Mike and the boys would not be joining me to do unspeakable things in the back of my rental car. Already being about 10 minutes behind schedule by the time I made it into the parking garage, the realization that I accidentally rented a electric car was a little bit concerning. But at least I got a suitcase full of Monster and Powerade for the long ass drive. Let's hit the road. Driving this thing is actually really freaking nice, and I'm not sure what to think about that at this point in my life. If only I knew then what I know now. Dun dun dun. So quick Kia EV6 review. I actually really liked driving the thing. It was shockingly quick. Get it? Shockingly, because it's electric, and very, very, very smooth to drive. Felt like a breeze on the highway, and the one pedal driving, like, although it was a little bit weird to get used to, once I got the hang of it, I actually really liked just being able to let off to slow down rather than needing to move my foot the 3 inches to get to the brake pedal. Although the charging experience turned out drastically different from the driving experience. More on that later. The last time I drove to Chicago, it was also at 4 a.m., except going the other direction and in a U-Haul moving back from Florida. Kind of deja vu, maybe. And the next two thoughts in my mind are, I have 250 miles of battery left, 529 kilometers of road trip left, but the next thought is, how do I charge an electric vehicle? I might just flash forward to the first charge station. Flash forward, made it to the charging station. Problem is, I have no freaking clue where the charging cord is, or if the rental car even came with one. Best guess, gonna look in the frunk. Well, that's not ideal, but after a brief moment of panic, I realized that I think those holes match those holes, so we'll see if it works. I remember my first time, and holy shit, I think it's working. Gonna let it do its thing for a bit, and then I'm gonna go try to find a toilet. Making it through that first charge, my optimism had returned. I was like, this is basically just like driving a gas car, except slightly more time-consuming and inconvenient, but I thought that I would be able to make it to where I was going and back totally painlessly, except for the pain of having to wait for the thing to charge. We pulled in with about 9 miles left on the EV charge. And yes, I did drive 6 hours in an electric vehicle through a strange land just to go squat at Elite FTS. We made it. And if you're curious how I feel right now,
definitely been better, but I gotta hurry up and get squatting so there's spotters here before I'm done squatting. Yeah, that didn't make sense, but I'm tired, so forgive me.
Now, the original plan for this weekend's training session was just to do a light front squat somewhere in Chicago, but since I ended up in London, Ohio, and I am still seeking Dave's approval, I decided I would do my first comp squat since my last meet, which seemed like a really good idea until I felt how heavy 275 appeared to be on my back.
Probably 3 unless it feels really bad.
What? Good.
Yep. Feels heavier than I want it to, but we'll see.
Come on.
Nice. Nice. Whoa. Yep.
Second.
You're,
Felt better than the last one.
yeah, look good.
Yeah, need more weight to brace.
Yeah, you're.
I felt better than the last one. Still chattery, so we're gonna run some hip flexor isometrics and see if we can make 600 feel less terrible. And I guess this will be the decide if I'm gonna do something cool today type of set.
Yep.
Do it again. Fill it up. Come on. Very nice.
Oh.
Drive, hold it. Drive.
Feels very heavy. As the only real adult in the room,
Oh God.
what do I need to do better?
What do you need to do better?
Yeah,
I would say you look a bit shaky on the way down. Your hamstrings need to do a bit more.
yeah.
And your hip flexors on the way down.
How do I fix that?
Warm them up better. Maybe do some reverse band squats, reverse band bodyweight squats. You like pull it back down and practice pulling yourself down.
Yeah.
Like so. Because it looks like right now on the way down.
I mean, it feels chattery as fuck.
Yeah, it looks like on the way down you're pushing up into the weight.
Yep.
Stop it. Making
Yep.
you plummet as opposed to pulling yourself down into it. So that's why we hip flexors and hamstrings need to do more.
Yep. Sick.
Reverse bands. Do it.
We shall do it. Well, you guys heard Tom, unless the audio sucked, but he basically said, try to do some of these where I'm pulling myself in against the band to get a little bit more hip flexor in on the eccentric to help me better control and eliminate the chatter. I actually like that better than the ices I ran, so.
That was the first time I ever ran a reverse band squat with that intent. I was actually shocked at how much hip flexor and hamstring I was able to find on the eccentric, and it definitely did help at least a little bit. So we put 672 on the bar, which definitely was not good, but it was also the least bad so far of that day.
Yep.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Feels like fucking balls, but yeah.
I was still vibrating harder than your mom's underwear drawer, but I finally almost felt like myself under the squat bar.
So that was slow, but felt good. Like, I keep feeling better and better, so got 716 on, and we'll see if we can do more, less bad.
You got it. Yep. Good.
Woo! I think I'm gonna lie to the internet and say that was 800. On a scale of 1 to 10, how shitty was that? 10 being shitty.
Okay, 10 being really shitty.
Yeah.
I give you a solid 8.5.
Okay, perfect.
Could be worse.
Yeah.
Bit of thoracic rounding
Yep.
there, top half, which is why you're a lot slower at the top and it kind of fits you forward. But considering you're driving a Tesla, you're probably still the strongest guy in North America who drives a Tesla right now.
It's not even a Tesla. It's a Kia.
Oh God! Then you're definitely the strongest person to drive an electric Kia in North America right now. So
small wins.
Yeah, if that's not a title worth having, I don't know
Yeah.
what it is, right?
So yeah, definitely not good, but being able to take 90% of my best ever sleeve squat with the diet, with the drive, with the sleep, I am going to take it all day long.
And it wouldn't be a Saturday squat day on a Sunday without hack squats. I have no idea how heavy this thing is. I'm assuming it's really heavy, so just going to start with the 2 plates and reverse bands and see if I die. Yeah, this is much heavier than the pre-core at home. But actually the reverse band's kicking off. All that ramps up. Yeah, we'll put more on.
After I was done hacks, everyone in the building made sure to stop me to inform me that Amber puts more plates on this machine than I had.
Whew. And the only bad part about training here is there's so much neat things that I don't know what neat thing to do next. Me being me, I'm just going to be boring and do leg presses like always. I don't know how to get out of this thing. And I'm hoping that dropping that down makes it feel less like I'm trying to fold myself in half. Oh yeah, a little bit more comfy. Either the leg press is really heavy or I'm just really weak today because holy.
Due to me not wanting to get in and out of this massive contraption more than once, I just hung out and did 30 seconds worth of catching my breath before going back in to the next set and repeating until I totally burnt out.
Looking around thinking like I could do inverse curls, but also have the world's greatest glute ham raise over there and Amber. I don't know. I think I'll go do glute hams. And this thing versus the Rogue One at home, not even a comparison. The pad angle makes it so freaking gnarly. And if we had one of these back home, I would never do a Nordic again just because this is so freaking gnarly. Like it's almost Nordic, but you get more hips in. And I can actually do reps, which is also nice. But like that hamstring feel is just insane compared to the Rogue. Yeah, that actually got hard. And I showed up late. Everyone else wants to get out of here kind of in time, so I'm just going to crank on some JDR setups to finish things up. I think obvious lesson today is another one of those do the freaking best you can with the circumstances, because like 716 did move like freaking shit, but knowing that I also feel like freaking shit, I'm taking it as a win, especially like being able to make it feel better and better and better as I went up. And like, obviously I didn't have my pop, but I also know why I didn't have my pop, and I'm okay with that considering the circumstances again. I mean, like, lesson number 2 is if you have a chance to go somewhere and train around people that can help you, cough, cough, Tom, it is 100% worth getting your ass up at 3:30 in the morning, getting on the road for 6+ hours, charging an electric car multiple times and almost not making it. And yeah, like 100% would do this anytime I get the chance. And like, I thinking about it last night when I was kind of deciding I wanted to do this, I was like, when is the next time I'm going to get an easy chance to come here? And I didn't have a good answer for that. So I was like, fuck it, we're getting on the road and going. So guys,
And I thought that was that, but it sure as shit wasn't, because I had no idea how much of a cluster and a half the drive home would be. The EV kept suggesting charging stations to me that were totally non-operational, leading to me almost getting stranded in the middle of nowhere in Indiana and Illinois multiple times that evening. I almost didn't make it back in time to Chicago for my flight out the next morning and ended up sleeping at the airport instead of making it back to my hotel. But despite all of the massive amounts of stress and inconvenience, all I can really remember thinking the whole time was, holy shit, I am freaking lucky to get to have this day. Because going back to when I was 17, 18, 19 years old, like training at Elite FTS was this inconceivable dream that I thought could never happen. And then getting to just get to show up because I was in the area and train there and hang out with everyone and get help from some of the best coaches in the world, I couldn't be more grateful for the opportunity. So guys, thank you for tagging along. Thank you so much for watching. And if you need help with something specific, search the channel because there is a lot of answers on here. But if you want to go a little bit deeper and get some more individualized help, hop onto the Team Activated group on School, because that is becoming a very cool place with so many lifters asking good questions and so many coaches other than myself giving good feedback. And I'm super stoked with how supportive that community is becoming as it grows. And if you want even more in-depth help, hit those links below to book a consult and we will be able to get your stuff sorted.